Hey y'all, so I'm upgrading my PC, just a little bit. No performance upgrades, just changing up the aesthetic and the cooling and whatnot. I bought a new radiator, so in this video I'm going to be unboxing it and putting it together. It should be pretty quick, and I hope you enjoy the music. But yeah, let's get into it. First up is the dust filter. I bought this from a third-party company, not sold by Watercooled, which is kind of strange. I use one on my 360 right now, and it's held up really well. Next is the fan grill. They sell this fan splitter that's specifically built for this use case. These are the humongous 200mm by 200mm Noctua fans. They are huge and heavy. Next is a reservoir / dual pump combo unit that sits on the side of the radiator directly connected to it. And last but not least, the absolute unit itself, the Mora 420. As I threw the box halfway across my room, I heard a little clink as it hit the ground. Turns out there is some screws and other accessories in the fold of the box, so don't forget that. Now that we've taken everything out of its box, we can start building. First up is installing the dual pump bracket. And there it is. It's very high quality. You're gonna see me flick it here. It's made of some metal. It's crazy high quality. What's crazy though is that this can only be installed on one side of the radiator, which I think is kind of stupid. Here I forget that I need to actually install the reservoir to the bracket first before I install the dual pump bracket onto the radiator. So that's what I'm going to do next. The brackets that screw or hold the reservoir down onto the pump bracket are actually pretty cleverly designed. They kind of slide down into the reservoir to hold it in place. It's kind of clever. While I was putting this back together, I heard the glass tube in the reservoir rattling, so I knew something was out of place, and then I realized I forgot to put an O-ring back. That would have been really bad. Here I noticed that the screw holes on the reservoir bracket don't align with the screw holes on the pump bracket, so I just need to move them. I finally noticed this little bit of plastic that was left on the radiator. Now that the pump reservoir assembly is assembled, it is time to put it on the radiator finally. Cool, now that is done, I can lay the radiator down to start installing the fans and the grill on top of it. There is the fan bracket for the 4 Noctua fans. The splitter came with zip ties, and they're the holes in the middle of the fan mount. And I thought to myself, okay, maybe you zip tie the controller or the fan splitter down onto the fan mount, but that is not true at all. The zip ties didn't work, so then I tried double-sided tape, and that didn't really help either. So I just, in the end, have it free floating. Everything about this setup is so overkill that it just baffles me when there are these really tiny screws that hold these things together. I keep dropping them, it's kind of annoying. You'll notice here that there are 8 screws, 4 on each corner and then 4 down the middle. Keep that in mind for later. The fan cables are really short, so you need to make sure you install the fan in the proper position so that it connects to the controller properly. For whatever reason, the screws they give you to install the fans to the mount are not the thickness of the fan. So what you have to do is you have to take the screw and then put it through the hole that sits against the mount, and then use an Allen key to reach down and screw the screw in. It's so annoying. I don't know why they did that. And luckily I had an Allen key around. Remember how I said the fan cables are really short, so you need to be careful which orientation you place it in? Yeah, I totally forgot about it on this one, so I had to redo it. The fan grill has these metal pegs that help align and kind of snap it into place on the radiator. It's actually kind of a clever design. Turns out the fan grill can only be installed one way. That's because it has cutouts designed to not interfere with the G1/4 plugs that sit on the radiator. Remember I mentioned the 8 screws that screw the fan mount down to the radiator? Well, turns out the 4 corner screws need to be removed because the fan grill also uses those screw holes to secure down to the radiator. And there we go. There is the final assembly, at least what I could do right now. It's huge, and it's high quality, and very heavy. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was fun to put together. I actually have most of my PC rebuilt already, but I think I'm gonna redo it. So most of everything is filmed, but just gotta throw it together, finish up some final touches. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like. Please hit the subscribe button and check out some of my other content. I appreciate it. Thank you guys.